Hello again, Mark Morris with another edition of Along the Rock, our podcast here. My guests today are both from the Whiteside County Senior Center in Sterling, Emily Hammer.
Hello.
Hi. And Denise Garcia.
Hello.
Just so we know what perspective you're coming from, Emily, what's your position?
I'm the Executive Director of Whiteside County Senior Center and Whiteside County Public Transportation.
And public transportation?
Yes.
Both,
We both do both, yes.
Yeah. Okay, and then Denise, are you an assistant to
I am.
Emily?
I'm the Assistant Executive Director of the Whiteside County Senior Center and Whiteside County Public Transportation.
All right. The Senior Center, I know in Sterling, has been there for a long time.
A very long time.
What is its reason, its main reason for being there? I mean, is it a social thing? Or
Absolutely. We have so many great things and great programs in our senior center. Our biggest thing is being a place that our seniors in our community can go to help with questions with getting food services, anything from helping with Medicare or Medicaid, helping people with discounted license plate stickers, homestead tax freezes. We also have a slew of activities that we do on a daily basis that people can come in for the socialization and just getting out of the house and things like that. We do have a free meal once a month, and we do a big veterans breakfast once a month. So there's not one particular thing that we really have that we focus on. We have so many different things, which is thank you for having us here because we're able to get the word out about all of our wonderful services that we have.
Yeah, I know no matter what line you're in, there's always someone who says, well, I've heard of them, but I don't know what they do.
Right.
How would you go about inviting someone to come by?
You know, we're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. If you've never been to the senior center, whether you're a senior center or not, please stop by and see us. You can come in. We're on the west end of Sterling. If you can come in and just walk around, get a calendar while you're there, talk with staff. Our staff is great that we have. We have a wonderful group. Get in on activity. You can volunteer, even if you're not a senior center. A lot of our activities that we have are volunteers based and ran by volunteers. So we have a food pantry open to all ages. We usually see about 100 people a week for our food pantry. So don't be afraid to come in even if you're not a senior because a lot of our programs that we do offer are open to the entire public.
Okay, can you give me some examples of
Yep.
that?
So we do our free meal, which is the second Friday of every month. It's open to all ages. It's served at noon. Our food pantry is every Thursday, once a week. You're able to come in. We give away fruit, vegetables, cereal, rice, meat, things like that, and that's open to anyone in the community as well.
That is every Thursday afternoon from 1 to 3. We do suggest signing up. Sign-ups start at 10 a.m. on that Thursday morning. And then the pantry, we start serving them then at 1 o'clock. They can go through the pantry.
Okay, Denise, I know you assist Emily in all these different projects, and there are a lot of them, as you
There
say.
are a lot.
We do.
Can you tell me a little bit about the transportation end of it?
Transportation runs 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Right now we have 13 buses. We service the entire Whiteside County. One thing that people always get a little confused about, it's public transportation. It's not just for seniors. So we take children to school, people to appointments, shopping, Sauk Valley Community College. We run a really tight ship. The one thing that I think is a lot of confusion is the whole appointment. We prefer you to call at least a week in advance if you know that you have appointments the following week. To call the morning of, it's very tight because our schedule is every one of our drivers. We do over 200 rides a day, so we're pretty busy. So appointments are very much preferred and required, I guess we could say. But yes, so it's Monday through Friday, 6A to 6P.
Well, that's a lot of buses, number one.
Yes.
You have enough drivers.
We do. We have a great group of drivers. We have 4 dispatchers at the moment. When you call in to schedule a ride, you talk with one of our dispatchers, and they get you scheduled in. They can get you a trip to where you're going, and then a return trip to wherever you're going back to. And we currently do. We are knock on wood. We do have enough drivers and dispatchers that we need at the moment.
What about a mechanic?
We do not have an in-house mechanic, so we use local businesses and things like that to do our maintenance on our vehicles.
Okay.
Yeah.
I noticed in doing a little research, and it's only because I haven't been around this area in a while, that there are some trips mentioned.
Absolutely.
Are those for seniors exclusively, or are those for
They're-
everyone? And how you go through a bank or something like that for a lot of those?
So our trips are through the senior center, and they are open to people of all ages. However, if you are a member of our senior center, our memberships are $25 a year for a single person. And then for two people living in a household, it is $35 per year. If you are a member of our senior center, you do get a discounted rate on our trips. Some of our upcoming trips, we do have a trip to Amana Colonies, which is tomorrow. It is a full trip. We have 32 people going on our trip, which is amazing. I know, we've heard a story about one of our members had not been on a trip. She took a trip with us and found one of her best friends on our trip. So if you are a little bit hesitant about coming on a trip, there's so many people that it's their first time as well. So I encourage you, if you see a day trip that you enjoy, we are doing a Celebration Bell Captain's Dinner Cruise Thursday, October 17th. Denise and I personally have both been on this cruise. It's an amazing time, amazing dinner. It is a 2.5-hour cruise on the Mississippi River. So it's a very, very good time.
I was going to ask you if it was the one on the rock or the one
It's
on the Mississippi.
it's on the Mississippi River, yep. And if you any of the trips, Denise will talk about a couple of our other trips at the end of the year. Always call the senior center if you have any questions about trips or want to get signed up. But we used to do some longer trips at the senior center, some overnight things, and we're getting into more of doing just day trips because it's a lot easier for people. Sometimes overnight trips can get to be it's a long day and a long couple days, so we're doing mostly day trips going forward. So
That the ones you're sticking to now are mostly day trips. The Amana Colonies is, I know, a very popular destination.
it is.
Any others to Iowa? Because I know rural trips in Iowa are also very popular in general. In fact, my wife and I just went on one not too long ago to Kelowna.
Very nice. Very
We're going to go
nice.
the other direction in December. Okay, we're going to, I want to reiterate, trips are not just for members. We encourage membership, and like Emily had mentioned prior, that a membership to the center is only $25 a year. But many people who are not members do go on the trips. In December 2nd, we're going shopping to the Chicago Premium Outlets. So that is already starting to fill. Lots of people, we have to start thinking about Christmas. It's going to be here before you know it.
Sure.
But that will be a fun one. And the last one of the season, of the year, I should say, is Scrooge. I don't know if you've ever been out to the White Pines Theater.
Yeah.
Scrooge
Number of
is
times.
a really great comedy that they have put on for years. And we will be taking a bus out there on December 20th, right before the holiday. So that's going to be a really good time. We have a table reserved right down front. This is the adult version of this comedy. So just
remember that too.
just to put that out there. But call us, stop by, sign up, grab your friends, family, and come along and participate.
Okay, is that dinner theater? Or?
That is a dinner theater, yep. They have a little happy hour and dinner, and I personally have been, and it is a lot of fun.
They
And
do. Go ahead.
it just gets you more into that holiday mood,
Yeah.
right?
Do they do matinees or only nighttime or?
I think maybe on the weekends there may be a matinee, but this is going to be on a Friday evening.
Okay.
So, yes.
Okay. And what's the limit on that? I know it's a pretty big house.
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know, like how many are going, is that what your
Well,
question?
how many are going so far that you know?
Oh, right now Scrooge has just a couple people signed up. But, I think as the date gets closer. But yes, so we do have one tomorrow. And then, of course, next month, every month we have one. Like Emily had said, your best bet is to stop by, grab a calendar, and see what's actually going on.
Sure, sure. Do you ever go to any sporting events? I know Cubs games and during the summer, of course. And I
We
don't know if you-
actually,
bowl
yes.
games, ball games.
We actually are talking about next year getting tickets for a Chicago Cubs game. So that's in the works at the moment for trips next year.
If you don't mind skipping the White Sox.
Well,
I'm a
we
Sox
did
fan
this year.
all my life.
We did.
And
We had White Sox tickets this year, and,
And we had no participation.
no, because they were on a losing streak. So we will.
it's a long losing streak,
It
believe me.
is. It is. That's
Yeah.
okay. That's all right. But yes, we are going to try to do a Cubs game next year. So keep an eye out on our Facebook page, our website. We put all our trips and activities that are coming up on both of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other expansions in the works for
We
one
have-
program or another? Not that you don't have
Yeah.
enough as it is.
Yeah,
But,
open enrollment for Medicare opens October 15th. That's a huge time for us. So if you have not made an appointment at our senior center to get your open enrollment, this is the time that you can make any changes to your Medicare plan. So if you need to change your med plan, what provider you have for your Medicare, this is the time to do it. And there's only a time frame, October to December 7th. Yes, is the only time you can make changes to your Medicare plan. And we do have 3 people that are they're called SHIP certifications. We do have 3 people that are SHIP certified to be able to provide those services. So that's something big that's coming up in our world right now.
yeah, that's great because even online they say, well, it's so simple. It's not always so
It's
simple.
not, right. It's not always that simple. And no question is a dumb question when it comes to insurance, because you want to make sure that you know what you have, and what you have is what you need, right? You don't want to get into a plan that's not going to benefit you for the year. So,
Right.
yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Tax help, that's, that is a really good addition. And how long have you been doing that?
We have had, I would say probably 5+ years. To my knowledge, we've been having tax preparation in our building. It's an amazing service that we're able to provide to the community. And usually by December, we're usually booked up for the year.
The taxes, that is through ARP. So ARP will come in
ARP,
and they have their appointments pre-written down that we then fill. So I really don't think you can start calling for those appointments until
Not
January
yet.
1.
Okay.
But they come in and they will come to our building just 1 day a week through tax season, and they fill up really quick. And the one nice thing about ARP is that they do go throughout the Sauk Valley area and to have other locations too, that you can get your taxes done.
And right now on TV, of course, they're pushing, check them now. You know.
Right.
yeah.
Make
They
sure
need
you have your
something
ducks
different,
in a
and
row.
they change every
Yeah,
year.
right.
So they make it sound more
Absolutely.
complicated than
Absolutely.
it is, and it's complicated enough. But if you've got a pro helping you, then,
Right.
Right,
Absolutely.
right, that helps.
really be a big help.
Another big thing coming up is the senior center is a polling place. So November
Okay.
7th, we are a polling place. If you're in our area, we'll have a lot of people there to help with things that getting signed up, registered to vote if you're not registered, or voting. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought you mentioned something about an October event.
Yep. So we are hosting a trunk or treat on October 24th. Sorry, let me get my calendar here. So if you are a local business wanting to get your business name out there, we are hosting a trunk or treat. We'll be doing cookie decorating. We have an awesome popcorn machine, popping popcorn, serving chili, having beverages, things like that. We have a very jam-packed October. Holiday months are
Lots
so
going on.
busy for us. And again, our calendar is always posted on our Facebook page. So if people ever need any questions or have any questions or wanting to know what we're doing, Fire Prevention Week is also the second week of October. So our Sterling Fire Department will be giving a fire safety presentation on Friday, October 11th. And then the fire department will also be serving our free meal that day at noon. So our presentation's at 11 and our free meal is at noon.
Our Veterans Breakfast, real quick, the second Thursday of every month at 9 a.m., we have a Veterans Breakfast. This breakfast started out last November, I believe, with 5 people. And we now have 70-ish people come through, and we serve biscuits and gravy. That's our general one. But if you are a veteran, please come, please attend. It's amazing to see reconnection, friendship. It's just, we have other businesses that come. There's an attorney out of the Quad Cities who deals with veterans and benefits. We just have, it's a really neat thing, and we've grown drastically. So it's the second Thursday, which I have to look and see.
At 9 a.m., which is the 10th.
The 10th, October 10th, yes, at 9 a.m. And it's really neat. And we do invite businesses to come and volunteer to help serve that breakfast. So yeah, that's another big one that's coming up. We've also kind of started some new things. Movement Monday, where we do a little exercise class on Mondays. Movie Monday, where we show an older movie. Just trying to spark new interests. So stop by. It's a really great. We're very blessed to have us in our community. I'll put it that way for the seniors.
Yeah, well, and veterans, of
And
course,
veterans, yep.
need, or some of them want, and they'll go to a tavern, for instance.
Absolutely. Yep.
That, if they run into their buddies, that can certainly be good for fellowship.
Right.
And for sharing, let's face it, if you've been in battles, bad experiences.
Yeah.
But not everybody drinks either.
Right.
So,
Yep.
So the breakfast we had
great way.
18 new signups this past month of people that hadn't been there before. And it's just, it's really neat. It's men and women. I mean, it's just when they stand up and say the Pledge of Allegiance, it just like gives you goosebumps, because it's just, it's very...
It's rewarding as a person in our community to give back to our veterans that have done so much for us, and to be able to serve them a meal and hear there's so many stories that we hear when we're there. It's a really good time.
I was going to ask a question about a question. I guess the number one question from somebody who calls you, maybe doesn't even have a computer, heaven forbid, and or something of that nature, an older person. What is the number one inquiry that you deal with?
Probably outreach. Our outreach department is always busy. That's our Medicare, Medicaid,
Right.
Homestead,
license plates. That's probably our number one busiest department. But on that note about computer, we do have a volunteer who's there Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 11:30, who can assist you with your phone. These phones sometimes cause troubles for people. They can help with your phone. They can help with your computer. If you don't have a computer, but you need to look something up on a computer, they can do it. Neil is our main guy, and he is so full of knowledge when it comes to IT. And that is a free service. That's one thing you need to remember. Everything we offer is free. Our services are free.
Well, all in all, sounds great. And again, the best way to reach the senior center, if you do have a computer, is probably your website,
Facebook.
Facebook too.
And if
call.
someone, if you don't have access to Facebook or a website or things like that, if you call the center, we can mail anyone our activity for the month. So that's something we're able to do as well.
Get the calendar and you can keep up.
Absolutely.
I know it works for me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, well, thank you both for coming.
Thank you
coming
for
over.
having us. We
coming
appreciate it.
We
Yes.
appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Keep us informed.
We will do that. We will do that.
We're online, and Radar Free Press is a good place to go if you
Absolutely.
want to hear about just about anything around here.
Yeah.
My guests have both been from the Whiteside County Senior Center in Sterling, Emily Hammer and Denise Garcia, and again, thanks for coming up here.
Thank you.
Don't know what our next Along the Rock will consist of, but we'll have another one. We've got a whole bunch we're going to be taping this month and next. So I hope you can join us. And this is Mark Morris. Hope you enjoyed this one and come back again.